We will get started tonight with Katie Hunter.
Hey, Luke. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the Suns team. Through this many games last year compared to this year, they've made the biggest leap. And from the outside perspective, Chris Paul seems to be at the center of that. I wanted your perspective on kind of what he's done for this team.
Yeah, I think that, you look at a team that, it's kind of similar to ours in a way, where it's a younger team that has some nice pieces and some talent, and but we're still trying to find their way. And they bringing in Chris Paul, and this isn't the first time that this has happened with Chris going to a team. I mean, he's been one of the best leaders on the floor for most of his career, and when you bring someone in like that to a team that's got some good players and is building towards something, and then you have that guy on the court that is every single day, from what I've heard about Chris, is is making sure things happen a certain way, and then going out onto the court, and you watch a lot of these games, and he's hitting game-winning shots, he's hitting those he kind of controls the last 6 minutes of any close game as well as anyone in our league. So now all of a sudden you start getting some extra confidence, and you feel the winning, and you understand the sacrifice, and what that the best thing for the team is always not what's best for the individual, but it's what's best for the group as a whole. And I think Chris does an unbelievable job of bringing that to wherever he goes.
Sean Cunningham.
Hey, Luke. Obviously last night, you guys got frustrated, understandably so, as the streak kind of mounts here on you guys. But you talk about the starts, and I'm just wondering if you guys mull any changes. You mentioned how no one's coming in to bail you guys out. Do you kind of run out of solutions at a certain point? Are they kind of running thin on you guys a little?
No, I mean, look, it's you don't run out of the solution. We know what it is. We just have to get out there and do a better job of it. And we had a mini film session on last night's game, which is something I normally don't like to do on a game day, prepping for another team, but the difference in our defensive intensity in the second half versus the first half was night and day. So I wanted to show the visual of that. And, it's one of those things that it can't be every half, or, we came out and played a pretty decent, solid game against Utah, lost to a better team, and then come out and, get all, the New Orleans game, can't make shots and let that affect us. Like, it's just too up and down right now. Like the intensity of how we perform has to stay solid, no matter what's going on. And that's kind of what we're struggling with right now.
James Ham.
Hey, Luke. When you look at the way that you guys have kind of gone through this streak here, it feels like it's almost like there's not one thing that stands out. One night you're missing free throws. One night you can't shoot the three. One night you get off to bad starts. Is that one of the more infuriating things, is that you really can't pinpoint every single time what you're going to get or who's going to do what in a game?
Yeah, I mean, that definitely adds some, part of the frustration of going through something like this. Normally I'd say it's more clear on this is exactly what we need to do better. And when we get this done, we'll be able to fight out of this. And I agree with you, James. It's been, night to night, kind of, different things that we're struggling with. One night we lose by, 6 or 7 and miss 15 free throws. Next night we're making all our free throws, but we're missing threes, so it does add to the frustration. But at the end of the day, we know what we have to do as a team, and we just we have to stick together, and we have to fight through this. And it's unfortunate because we've done this twice, and building into this one, so we were aware of it. We talked about it, as a team. And even with you guys, when we lost that first game, like, how do we not turn this into 6, 7, 8? And, you know, the answer was, well, we have the awareness. Now we have to make sure that when we come out and play, you know, we take advantage of the fact we've been through it. And clearly we just, you know, we haven't got to that part of our professional excellence as far as being an NBA team and being in dealing with losses. So it's something we'll have to continue to address.
Dwayne Rankin from Arizona Republic.
Thank you, Coach. I'm gonna go a little off topic. LaMarcus Aldridge announcing his retirement. Just wanted to get your thoughts on it, considering you played against him and you also coached against him.
Yeah, one of the best of our era, and you know, really before the game changed to what it is now, where, you know, a lot of bigs are shooting. He really, you know, he didn't shoot a ton of threes, but his ability to score from multiple levels and you know, just what he did as a player was unbelievable. And my heart goes out to him, but, you know, it seems like he's got, you know, himself in a good place and understands what's most important, and that's you know, that's his health. And he's had a hell of a career, and the NBA will miss him. He's been a staple in this league for a long time, and a very very good representative of the league.
Jason Jones.
Hey, Luke, kind of a two-part question. One, you mentioned about Chris and how he was able to control that last 6 minutes of the game a lot as a leader. How does that translate into other parts of the game for a team, like the start of a game or during a rough patch? And secondly, do guys kind of evolve into that role, or do the young teams have to go out and get a guy who can be that for a team?
No, well, I mean, you can do it both ways, Jason. I mean, but you definitely need that type of personality and that type of mentality, and you can grow that from within, or you can go out and get it. And I think, you know, I think you look at the season that Booker's having too now, and the way that he's playing, and it's really a winning style of basketball that he's doing. And you give him credit. This is maybe his 6th year in the league now, and it takes time. It takes time. And when you're coaching, you know, young players, or you're, you know, an organization and you're growing young players, you have to understand it takes time to get there. And he's really taken a huge step. And I think part of that is witnessing it and seeing it with Chris there. And two, just his natural maturity as a young man that, you know, put up 72 in a game in Boston where they lost, and now is playing at a level where he might not be scoring 72, but he and his team are much more difficult to beat now. So it can happen in different ways, Jason.
Tony Harvey.
Hey, Coach Walton. Just want to ask you about DeAndre Ayton. He's been playing well past couple of weeks, and I know you have some issues concerning the center position. But what do you have to do to? Can you just talk about, you know, what he does and what he like to do and what you like to take away from that?
Yeah, you know, he's done a nice job too. Another one that I think is really benefiting from the experience of playing with Chris, but he's, you know, he is a big body. He's on that glass. He can hit a mid range. He's doing a big, you know, their defense made a huge jump this year too, and I think he's a big part of that because he's kind of anchoring that, you know, that group when he's out there, as far as they funnel everything to him. And he's understanding the spacing and the timing of, you know, what they're looking to give up and when to contest the guard and when to drop back. So he's making some big strides on both ends of the floor, and is another big piece to, you know, why this team is having the success they're having.
Jason Anderson.
Hey, Luke, when you look at the things that you guys have struggled with, there are a number of those themes that are recurring, as much as they might vary from one night to the next. But there have also been stretches where you've done them well. So I don't know, what is the disconnect there in terms of getting that consistently? Why do you get it sometimes and then other times you can't find that?
Yeah, I think some of it, Jason, comes with just experience. Groups that are together for a while. I think some of it comes with the fact that this year there's just been a lot of the consistency stuff you build in the repetition that happens in practice, which is clearly not the case this year. And so it's what we're trying to build and what we show on film. We're really only working on it during games, and that is what it is. That's our reality. So we have to be know that and attack that, and be able to get better from that. But it takes time, and like I said, there are some things I'm very excited about with our group right now, and the losing is clearly not one of them, but that's there's some things that we're very excited about as we continue to move forward and try to fight our way out of this thing.
John Cunningham.
Yeah, I just wanted to go back to Chris Paul a minute. I mean, kind of a two-part thing. Did you anticipate seeing Phoenix have this kind of run? And as someone who played with, two MVP quality players, won the award, is there room for discussion to have him in the mix for that award?
Yeah, there's definitely room. I don't think he will win it, but you talk about MVP being most valuable player, and he's clearly very valuable to whatever team he goes to and what he does. I think that between the signing of him and Crowder, who's another player that's playing big minutes, or big minutes as far as when he's out there, and the type of experience he has, being a stretch forward that can guard and come up with winning plays, like signing those two, to a young coming up team. I wouldn't say I would have guessed that they were tied for first or second in the West, but my guess was they were going to have a very good year this year.
All right, last question tonight for Coach will come from James Ham.
Yeah, Luke, we know Marv is back in the fray with you guys. He's with you. But what does that mean? Is his hand healed? Is he even remotely close to being ready to play? Is he weeks out? Do you have any update on what?
Yeah, he's back with the team. He's not close to being ready to play. I don't have an update as far as what that'll be, as far as the giving you within a day or two. But he's still. He's got a little splint or whatever you want to call it on his hand, and he's back with us, and he'll be with us from here on out.
Thank you, Coach. You're all set.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.